Multiple bear attacks were reported recently in national parks. One of the most recent ones is two brothers were attacked by a grizzly bear on a Mystic Falls hike near Old Faithful and Biscuit Basin in a Yellowstone park. In this video, I will tell you my experience hiking on my own in the same area and my close encounter with a brown bear. Hiking on your own is not a best idea, but I admit I do hike on my own sometimes because I like to connect with nature. When you're hiking with somebody, you're connected to them. But maybe it's because I never had a right hiking partner. Best to hike in a group of 3 or more, and the reason is because let's say you have an argument. What if you have a fight with this other person you're hiking with? People can be unpredictable, so the safest is to hike in a group of 3 or more. This hike where two brothers were attacked, Mystic Falls hike, I went on this hike on my own and with a bear spray, but unfortunately, again, I have to admit my bear spray was in my backpack. This is the most foolish thing you can do, is to keep your bear spray in a backpack. When the animal is charging at you, all you have is seconds to make a decision and to use a bear spray. You don't have time to find it at the bottom of your backpack. Just there is no time. But lesson learned, and I'm glad that I was fortunate that nothing bad happened to me during that specific hike. Mystic Falls hike is a relatively easy hike, and that's one of the reasons why I went there by myself. But also it is easy to forget that you are in the wilderness because the paved road is nearby. Old Faithful, the hotel, the gift shops, and the visitor center, they're all nearby, and it may give you a fake sense of safety, and it's easy to relax and keep, like I did, the bear spray in your backpack. But you have to be very careful because you can encounter a bear anywhere there, and how are you going to react? Even if you're holding a bear spray in your hand, are you going to use it? Are you going to be able to use it? What are the weather conditions on that day? For example, I went on a windy day, and had I need to use the bear spray, it wouldn't be as effective, and I need to be extra careful because if you spray it too early and it doesn't, there is no effect on a bear, and by the time it gets close to you, you're out of the bear spray. My encounter with the bear was even closer to Geyser area and to Old Faithful hotel, and it was even later in the season because right now it's still early. Animals can be more aggressive because they're recently woken from hibernation, they're hungrier. But my encounter with a bear was even closer to the hotel area, to the Old Faithful hotel area. And it was much later in the season, which is very uncommon to see a bear at that time. It was either very late July or maybe early August. Not too early in the morning, maybe around 9 or 10 a.m. I went on a hike. It was a weekend. It was, you could say it was a quiet morning, but I ran into multiple people on the way there, and the bear was moving very fast. It was just running across, and had he not been moving, I wouldn't have noticed him until I got much closer, and I noticed him already when he was very close to me. I would say he was less than 30 feet away from me. I was frightened, I froze, I turned away and I left that wooded area immediately. Apparently it was a brown bear with cubs. I don't know if it was a brown grizzly bear or variation of a black bear. I waited out in a geyser area, and again, lesson learned that you can encounter wildlife anywhere there. You have to be prepared any time in the season, any time of the day, people or no people, closer to geysers or farther away. But in the national parks, natural environment, and animal encounters with animals are not the only danger you can experience there. Also people, there are all kinds of people that come to the park for all kinds of reasons. In the past, I thought it's mostly nature enthusiasts and animal lovers that go to the park. No, there's all kinds of people. You don't know what they're escaping in their life or what they're going through, and there is a limited to no cellular coverage. There is no neighbor's camera. If you're by yourself, of course you're even more so vulnerable, so you have to be extra careful. And if you're a woman, and don't and even, unfortunately, I've got to say, even I've seen some strange people amongst employees. While it's probably more rare, but that can also happen. So you have to be extra careful and hike in a group of 3 or more. In the other video, I will share my encounter with a bison. This time, again, I did all the right things. He came out of the blue.